So we were finding the antiderivative of the square root of 3 minus x squared. 3 minus x squared. And we decided to use a right triangle whose hypotenuse was the square root of 3, whose base on the bottom was the square root we were looking for, and whose vertical side here would then have been x. And label this angle u down here. And we made our substitution. X equals square root of 3 times the sine of u. And when we make that substitution, this integral became 3 times the integral of cosine squared u. And this formula gave us two different ways of doing that calculus. One of the ways expressed this antiderivative in terms of the sine of 2u, which is valid, except it's not as useful as we might like. So we'll use the second form and express this antiderivative as, let's get our 3 in there, times a quantity, u over 2, plus 1/2 sine u cosine u, plus c, of course. And so there was the antiderivative step, the calculus step. Except now, how do I go from u's back to x's? This is the step at the end. Substitute. So go back to your triangle again. So we have kind of two different flavors of expressions here. We've got one expression that has just plain u in it. And to find out how to substitute that out, what do we have to do? Solve for u. Okay. In the equation that relates u and x together, that was easiest. So this one over here. So if x is equal to radical 3 sine of u, then what is u? X over radical 3. And what happens to the sine? Becomes arcsine. So u is the arcsine of x over radical 3. And therefore, that first term in our antiderivative becomes 3 halves. I'm going to distribute our 3 also. 3 halves arcsine of x over radical 3. Okay. And now for our second term, we've got a sine u to worry about. We also have a cosine u to worry about. Where are we going to get those values from? Get them from the triangle. After all, we know SOHCAHTOA. So what is the sine of u according to the triangle? X over the square root of 3. Very good. Opposite over hypotenuse. And what is the cosine of u according to the triangle? Yeah. Square root of 3 minus x squared over the square root of 3. I'll restore our plus c here at the end. And now the only last thing I'm going to do to simplify this is I'm just going to multiply those 3 fractions that we have here, just multiplying them straight across the numerator and denominator. Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. I missed a 3. Yep. Thank you very much. Good catch. So what happens here? I have a 3 upstairs. Downstairs I have a pair of radical 3's. So yeah, downstairs was really 6. Upstairs is 3. And so cancel a 3 from top and bottom. And when the dust all settles, whoops, we end up with x times radical 3 minus x squared, all divided by 6. Sorry, 2. I'm getting all turned around here. There. There we go. And there's the antiderivative.